All right. Hey guys. This is the Traderstation Podcast, episode 7, I believe.
Nice. What's
Yeah.
up, Traderstation?
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
it's episode 7. It's come so quickly.
It's been a pretty good week
Yeah.
doing this podcast. I've enjoyed it.
For sure. Me too. So let's get right to it, huh?
Yeah.
You still stuffing your face over there, Jeff? Or
Nah,
you
I'm
want
done.
me to go first? Or
Yeah, you can go first though. Let me clear my throat.
okay. So I think there's a lot of good setups setting up. I think everything could kind of go both ways too. Like the euro dollar looks like a really attractive buy level, but I could definitely see a short there. I was pretty surprised at how the dollar franc just busted through 102. Huh? What about you guys?
Yeah, same. I was surprised. I had well, I didn't take the trade, but I had it lined up as a great short area. But
Yeah, I mean, I was shorting earlier on when it first hit 102, and I actually got out break even for that just because it didn't go my way. But yeah, it could have reversed and could have caught another 100 pips. That would have been crazy. But I also think the dollar yen is a semi-interesting chart, but for today's discussion, I think I'm going to pick the pound dollar. And if you're looking at the daily chart, I mean, you can see it made 3 pushes down. The first push was in September, beginning of September. The second push, beginning of October. The third push, beginning of November. And here we are coming up on the beginning of December. And it's making another push. This is like the point where action is coming, you know what I'm saying? This is like when you're at the club with your boys and you guys are all at the bar ordering the Jameson shots, and you're looking at the pretty ladies on the dance floor, and like one catches your eyes, and she just gives you that look like it's time in the next 10 minutes for you to make a move, or the move is gonna be gone. You're gonna be old news at that point. So that's kind of how I feel of the pound dollar right now. Like, it's coming just under that 150 level. It's going to hit the trend line, and it's going to make a move, either completely break that. And the reason why I think that's even possible is because after 3 pushes down, it's like the bulls had 3 chances to kind of reverse the trend. And now, like, after 3 chances, I just think like it just proves they're weak. So the bears might be able to be more aggressive than them this time around. But I could definitely see, you can see if it's going to be bullish, like it's going to happen pretty quick. If you look at a 4-hour chart, and you can just see, like, we get the first time it was like a big bull bar on the 4-hour chart, and from then on it was all up. The second time we just kind of had like a rounded bottom, and I'll probably do a video on this, and just a lot of bull bars accumulating. And the third time it was just like, so aggressive down, but as soon as a few bull bars accumulated, it went straight up again. So I'm just going to be watching this area. If I see like, 2, 3 bear bars closing on their lows, I'm going to look to short. But that's not to say like I'll reverse my position. I don't like to reverse my position too often, but if I'm short and then I start seeing bull bars accumulating, I'm going to reverse to long. And the reason being is just because I don't think it's going to consolidate here. I think we're making either a move up or a move down, and I don't think sideways is the most likely scenario. So I'm just looking to catch whichever way this bounces off of that like 150 trend line level.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. It doesn't really help that last week, this week or this past week, it was a kind of a weird week because of Thanksgiving over there in the States, and
Right.
markets being shot. It was kind of ranged for a bit, but
Yeah, that's over now. I think we're going to see,
Yeah, exactly.
volatility come back into the market. And for upside targets, I guess I'd be looking for 152 as my first target. And that's around 200 pips from the 150 area.
Yeah.
And then downside target, I'd be looking for first target as 148. So, there's another 200 pips. So it's that's what the market is. It's always giving you kind of equal side bets, and it's up to you to get on the right side. That's it.
Definitely.
I'm kind of looking at this and thinking maybe that 149 area is probably the final target where price is headed at the moment, and I think this downtrend has to end at some point, and that 149 area looks quite good for a reversal.
Yeah. That's right at the top of the congestion from like March, April.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not suggesting it makes new highs of 160 or anything, but it's going to be quite a nice level for a change in trend for a bit.
Right. I think this pair will be in play for the next couple of weeks to come.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
My pair is the dollar yen actually.
Cool.
So let's go back to dollar yen.
Go long?
Only if it comes back down to the 122 mark.
You're so cheap.
That's the best way though.
I would never buy high. It's not my style.
Right.
So I'm waiting for price to drop back to the 122 level, and if it doesn't, and if it carries on going up, then I'll be looking to short the 124. But yeah, it's sort of in the middle, and it's kind of boring. But I've been waiting for I've been waiting since the start of the month, last month, for this anyway. Once it broke that 122 level and headed up, it did so quite strongly, and on the 6th of November it made one bull candle and just tore through what was meant to be a resistance area. So when that price comes back into that level, I'll be looking to go long to 124, and I'll reverse my position and go short, and that'll be a longer term position.
As always.
I almost picked this chart too to the long side and get into that 124 just like you said, but the problem was I was like, I think it could easily come down to that 122 mark too, and that would obviously make it a more attractive buy at those levels. Yeah, I like that.
Alright, I guess it's my turn. My pick is gonna be the Euro USD for a short. Now, there's a few reasons why I'm picking this trade. One being it just looks really heavy, and it might look like the downtrend is tired out because it consolidated a bit, but and it has reached like heavy support, like it's bounced from these levels before, but I've seen it like it's broken through these levels, well, not any time recently, but it's broken through very strong levels recently because of the heavy fundamentals behind it, and how the quantitative easing that's going on in Europe. And I know you guys don't really like to talk about the news and stuff, but
Nope.
Mario Draghi's coming out with a speech, and he often sells it down because that's where he wants the euro. He wants it at low prices, and it just doesn't seem to want to go up. So every move up is just rejected. On the daily, if we go down to 4 hour chart, it just keeps heading downwards. So I'm gonna say it's short.
I agree. I think the bigger moves are the down moves. Every time it's moved down very strongly, mainly because someone decides to come and speak, and there's always something to be said about the euro that's quite negative. So we always see these down moves, and they're strong and they're quick, and it's not helping anyone who's bullish, to be honest.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just a bear channel. It's classic, like, I think a couple weeks ago, it was 2 weeks ago, when I picked that Euro Aussie trade and I was going long, and I looked back at it today, and it was like, I was like, man, I was just like in a bear channel the whole time. Like, there was, if you're gonna go in any direction, like, I should have been going short, and it's kind of like the same thing with this Euro chart. It's like it's easy to be like, oh, my risk just has to be under those bars, but that's just because like, you know, there's no bars there. Like we're in a bear channel. We're just gonna keep creating lower lows. Like it's just tough to bet on a reversal like that and be right away. So yeah, I mean this is a downward looking channel.
But see, with this chart, it's the channel's quite steep. The prices just seem to fall down very quickly, and there's no real strength. It's just dropping.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how
dropping
how the Kiwi looked a couple months ago. Like
right. So it was just red candles all the way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. That did explode to the upside though.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And I definitely remember getting caught in that.
Yeah.
Explosion to the upside for no freaking reason. But whatever.
It looks good on a weekly though.
Yeah, it does.
One big green candle.
Yeah.
All right. So we wanted to get
And
into.
Doug is not here. Doug will be joining us in a bit, right?
Yeah, he should be. Hopefully, we got some stuff that we want him to speak about, especially. Yeah. But yeah. Before we get onto that sort of thing, we wanted to speak about you know, staying away from the market, stay away from trading. You know when to step back and stay away. Christos wanted to speak about this in particular. So, do you have anything to say?
It's not even stepping away from trading. It's like Michael advocates this all the time. It's just like logging off, like getting away from the charts for a little bit, you know. And it's definitely hard to do in the beginning, and it's. I was also thinking it's even hard to do like if you've got a job, like if you've got a full-time job that's not focused on the markets, like you know, you come home on Friday night and all you really want to do is just freaking study. You want to study the markets, like, you know, you want to study every time you come home. That's what you do. But now where I've, you know, over the last few months, you know, my job is to look at the market all day. It's like when Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time hits now, it's like I want nothing to do with the market. You know, I'm closing my computer. And I'm like, even if I'm just like going to read a book or something like that, it's like get away from the chart. Like you kind of get away from predicting and analyzing. Like, you know, if you want to print out your last few charts of the day and just write down your trades real quick. But after that, I suggest on Fridays, like just closing that computer and you know, at least for that one night, you know, you want to come back Saturday morning rejuvenated. I just feel like we go so hard all week, and even if you're, you know, at your job and then studying the market after like a week, you're just going so hard and you're going 150%. Like it's definitely important for at least on that Friday. And I know when Michael starts talking about this, you know, he's probably gonna recommend like a daily getting away from the charts, you know, something like that. And you know,
it's the soul, man.
It is. And that's not to say, I mean, you can get away for an hour, you know, you don't have to get away for 6 hours every single day if you don't want to, but it's definitely important to recharge and rejuvenate. And it's tough. It's something I'm working on like right now. Like, what are your guys' rituals for kind of getting away from the charts daily or weekly or whatever it is?
For me, it's basically because I work 9 to 5, so
Right.
I come in, and in the evenings I'm usually spending time with family, so I don't really get to look at the charts that often. So I've sort of adjusted my lifestyle. In the past, I'll be getting home and I'll be looking at the charts till midnight, you know, just constantly making sure that I know what happened over the day. But as I got into the markets more and more, I just sort of drifted away from that, and now I just look at charts on the weekends. And then obviously when people ask me questions on where, you know, what price is looking like, I may go to a chart, say, for 5 minutes, but most of my analysis is done on a Saturday and a Sunday night. And during the week, I'm just free to do what I want, really.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're not even like, you wouldn't, what if you're in a trade? You know, what if your trade triggers on Monday? What do you do?
if I was in position, say on a Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
And I was targeted, say, 100 pips in that position, I would usually have a take profit, and that take profit is just left there. And, it either goes to the stop loss or the take profit. But if I'm holding on to a longer term position, I obviously have to adjust that as the market moves in my favor. Obviously, I don't adjust it if it's going against me. I just let that happen.
Right.
But I will lock in profits if I'm going for a much bigger swing. So a 3-to-1 ratio on my trade is usually good, and I wouldn't touch that trade. But if I was going to say a 5-to-1 or a 6-to-1, obviously watch that, adjust as the price moves up. Maybe take some of my position off and then let the rest carry the trade.
So then you're looking at it daily, at least. You're looking at it once a day if you're in a trade like that?
Oh yeah, of course, at least once a day. Yeah. My break time at work, I'll open the chart up and I'll see what's going on. But only the charts that I have positioned in. I wouldn't go browsing the whole.
To open up another one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to.
But you do some short-term trades and stuff sometimes, don't you?
Yes, I do short-term trades when when I'm less busy at work. I turn on the computer and I do some short positions, but hardly any.
Right. Interesting. How about you, Jeff?
What type of positions I take?
How do you deal with chart time and stuff?
Oh, well, I mostly swing trade, so you don't really have to spend that much time looking at the charts, but for signals, I guess when I'm sending out signals, a lot of people want day trades, essentially because they want the profits quick, so I have to look at it for that as well. But you're always looking at the lower time frames anyway, because just for your analysis, I guess, and just to hone in entries and stuff like that. But
by lower time frames, what do you mean? You mean an hour chart? Or you mean a 5 chart?
As low as an hour. I only go below an hour for binary. Other than that, just to an hour. Yeah. So it doesn't really take up too much time, to be honest. And recently,
I was gonna ask, how many hours sort of do you spend looking at charts for your own personal?
For my own personal trading, per week. Or just
are you looking for new trades every day? Are you looking for trades?
No, not at all. If I was not sending out signals or doing anything with the Traderstation, I'd probably be only looking at the charts a few times a day, and maybe on a Monday or Tuesday for hour maximum, maybe less. So.
And what's that Monday for an hour for? Just to get your trade set up for the week?
Yeah, exactly. Essentially, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, it all really has to do with how you're trading. Obviously, someone who's trading a 5-minute chart is going to be looking at the screen way more than Michael is, or something like that. For me, I also swing trade in the forex markets. But I do a lot of stuff in the U.S. markets, whether it's with futures or with options. So I'm always in tune, and for me, I just like it. I really enjoy even though I try to drown out noise as much as possible, there are people that I do listen to for the U.S. markets, whether they're trading futures or they're trading options or whatever they're doing, and I just enjoy hearing what's happening with Chipotle or Weight Watchers or Tesla, or whatever it is that's going on. I love hearing about the markets, what's oil doing, what are the commodities doing, and I just enjoy it. So that's why I'm always looking at screens or looking at the market. And it also obviously helps that I'm not in that 9 to 5 anymore. But that's not to say that when I was in the 9 to 5, I was doing my 9 to 5 work. I was doing more trading work than I was doing 9 to 5 work. And where there's a will, there's a way. But Oh, it's all what you enjoy. I mean, someone like Michael wouldn't enjoy, staring at the screen all day and stuff like that. And as a result, he trades better just only looking at it on the weekends. For me, I got to be in touch. If I was only looking at charts during the weekend, well, I wouldn't be doing anything during the week. So pull out my week or something.
Also, as well, I think a lot of people just staring at the screen all day might affect their trading. They might think, I need to adjust this, might need to change this, but
Yeah.
and so staying away is better for them. But others like yourself can just look at the markets and not really feel the need to change too much because they're confident in their analysis. So it's different, I guess.
That's the thing. I'm not sitting here stressed with my eyes popping out my sockets when I'm looking at the markets.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm doing. People like to watch TV or whatever, and I'm just sitting here listening to people talk about the markets and checking out some charts. And my option trading is very different from my forex approach. Like, I guess in my forex approach, especially now, like I'm really trying to take less trades. But with my options approach, it's like a trade small, trade often, like always looking to be doing something kind of thing, like constantly taking off winners and redeploying my capital. It's like, it's a very actively managed portfolio of 40, 50 positions a month. Which sounds like way more intense than it actually is, because it's not even like looking at chart patterns. That's the thing with options. It's like charts are almost like the last thing I look at when I try to put on the option trade. So it's a much different, looking at charts and stuff like that during the day than it would be to constantly be, analyzing a chart pattern or something like that. But Jeff, what do you do on Fridays? Like, are you putting the charts down completely? Are you still trying to study on Fridays, kind of looking for how your trades went or anything like that?
Yeah, I just look at how the week ended and said, that's it. Really, yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah, like I said, I close the computer on Fridays. I try to be done. And I really don't come back till Sunday anymore. On Saturdays I'll be reading. I'll read about the markets, but as far as opening up the chart to make predictions and stuff, I won't even do that till it's time for the podcast on Sunday.
Yeah, you do need a break from it, but it's just healthy for your mind anyway in general. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that thing called? Analysis paralysis.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Michael doesn't get any of that.
No, I don't. I stay away from markets enough.
Yeah. Until you go full time, we'll see what happens then.
Yeah.
Now here's another question. How do you guys balance, like, Jeff, you'll trade binary and forex, right?
Yeah.
And Michael, you'll swing trade your forex, and even the other day you were like, I was trading IWM or whatever. Which is two completely different markets. And for me, it's the same thing. I'm trading like, 2 or 3 markets, and it's like, how do you guys manage the different styles of trading?
I feel like I think we've spoken on this a bit, but the methods that you'd use for binary are quite similar, but they're more to do with, they're more like scalping, basically, essentially. So it would just be like everything that I'd be doing on the because I still use price action and all these things when I'm trading binary. It's just everything happening at a much faster scale, and you have to think a lot quicker. And I'm using like more indicators than I would be when I'm trading forex. So that's the only difference, really. It's not. I don't know. I think I'm just used to it now, but it's kind of seamless for me. It's not like I have to readjust my mind or anything at the moment.
So it's still just basic, like,
Yeah.
price action. It's like it's almost like the same strategy. It's just binaries on a much quicker scale.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Mike?
For me, it's basically, it's all the same to me. It's just candles on the chart, and that's the way I've always seen it. It's just candles on the chart. So when it comes down to it, I'm just looking for what the price has done what price could do. You know what I'm saying? When price gets to this level, I will do this or that. So it doesn't matter what the asset class is or what the instrument actually is. The strategy is always the same.
Right.
And it works most times. Sometimes you don't get the move you're expecting. Like with the DAX, you're expecting a much bigger move than that. And it would be exactly the same strategy I would use for, say, the euro that I would use on the DAX. Different asset classes.
Right.
That euro was kind of annoying. I was expecting a much bigger move.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were. But that's the thing. I mean, I guess smaller time frames. It's just more opportunities. But with more opportunities also comes, more losers. Like a lot of things aren't gonna work out as much as they feel like the higher time frame you go, the more reliable the signal or the pattern is.
Yeah.
Trust it a lot more.
Yeah. And you feel a lot more comfortable and less stressed out when you're working with higher time frames. That's the thing with binary. When you go down, that's the main difference, I guess. Because when I'm swing trading, it's you're just waiting essentially for a lot of the time. But with binary, you're watching it count down. It's happening so quickly. It's very easy to just get caught up in stress. Right now, I'm kind of used to it, but you always have those moments where price is very close and it's going in and out of the money, and you're just like on edge. But, I can't even do binary. Like I can't even handle it. Like I tried it out for a little bit, and like I thought it would be decent because I used to scalp in the futures market and stuff, but those days are long gone at this point. Now in the futures market, I'm looking for like 1-2 trades a day maximum, maybe, like really trying to pick my spot. I just feel like it's just easier to, like, when I'm in a forex trade or when I'm in a futures trade, I know that even if it moves against me for a little bit, I can do things to kind of manage my position. And in binary, it scares me that I can't. It freaks me out, so I just can't do it. But you and Doug kill the game, so I don't need to do it. My fortes are elsewhere, which is why Tradestation's great, man. We got plenty of different styles of trading here. No one-trick ponies around here. So yeah, there's a couple of zero-trick ponies running around posing as ponies, not even ponies are donkeys, but that's a different story.
So much different.
We'll go to that another day.
Yeah. Where's Doug? We need to move on. Where's this guy?
You guys got a little binary spiel going today?
Yeah, we wanted to touch on binary, and Doug is the perfect person to speak on with binary. Not only because he's a very good binary trader, but also because he used to work for a binary broker, so he sees it from both sides. So.
Oh, it was a binary broker?
Yeah, he used to work for a binary broker.
How long has I thought binary's only been around for like a year.
No, it's been around quite longer than that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 4 years, maybe even more.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me check now.
What binary broker did he work for?
I can't remember what it was called.
So he got to see both sides to it, you know?
He got to see all the messing about that some brokers do with your account. Sometimes they move you out the money in the last second and then put you back in right after it closes and things like that.
And like, what do you think it is that makes you two like better binary traders than me? Like, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I think maybe it's because you said like you couldn't handle the stress and the pace and stuff. I don't know. I'm really good at detaching myself from high stress situations. I'm just a naturally laid back guy, so I think that helps.
Me too, man. But I feel so helpless in that binary trade. It's like I'm only risking like $3.75, and my emotions are going haywire. It's like I feel like I'm in a box, and I just like there's no ladder. I just can't climb. It's just like I'm just waiting on a helicopter to come rescue me or something like that. What is it?
That's why some of us don't touch the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, why don't? What's up with you, Michael? Like, why? What is
Well, I haven't got the time. That's what it is. Like, I come home and I'm too tired to open up a chart and start looking at binary trades. So I just let it go. I let the guys who are good at it do it.
Right.
Binary options is fun as well for me. That's the sort of attitude that I look at it with. Like, it's fun. So, you know, it's got that fun factor that
definitely
trading. It's a different edge. You know, like there's loads of different strategies. I think you can call them that, like, or methods you can use in it. You know, like doubling up and things like that. That I know Doug likes to do. Yeah. So
doubling up, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So like, if you were in a trade and it would it lost, but you know that it's gonna, like, say you were in a short trade and the price was moving up and you lost that trade, but you know it's going back down, he doubles up to recover the loss he had before, essentially. Yeah. Obviously that's more risk, but
right.
Yeah, he's been successful with it. I personally don't do it, but yeah.
Well, that's almost like a way to manage your trade. You know, that almost sounds like kind of like scaling in when price is going against you.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
You know, if I scale in when price is going against me, essentially all I'm doing is doubling my risk to look for a bigger reward. You know, that's exactly what, you know, doubling down in binary sounds like. So there's a way to manage your trade, at least. You know, if I knew this, maybe I wouldn't have felt so helpless in there, but I think I'm going to stay away regardless.
And also, like something that we're going to speak more on later when Doug gets here is, for example, IQ Options has this option on it where before you take the trade, you can adjust the reward and how much you risk as well. So basically, for example, say you put in £10, you're supposed to get 80% return when you win the trade, but you can lower that return down to about 10% in return for getting a percentage of your investment back, even if you lose. So if you're in a high risk,
that's a good way to make sure that you're not risking too much.
Exactly.
You get it back, even if you do reduce your winnings. I quite like that feature.
Yeah, it's especially for like high risk situations. Like I know with our signals, sometimes we send out a signal, we say, oh, it's high risk, but you only have the choice to either take it or not take it. And with them, obviously, you can do this, and it works with it. So, yeah.
And what exactly makes like what you're looking at more high risk than another time? Is it like news surrounding it, or is it just like the indicators aren't lining up as best as they could be, or?
I'd say it's all of that and price action as well, like just how the market is moving. Binary is really bad for like in trading in a range or in a choppy environment, because you just have price fluctuating between you being in the money and out of the money, and it's a gamble essentially when it comes to that. Kind of breaking up in the moment. Hello. Can't hear any of you guys at the moment. I can hear you a little bit. You're getting more clear. You kind of sound like a robot at the moment.
I think it's Jeff that's messing up.
It might be, but my Wi-Fi seems to be quite strong at the moment. So.
The Wi-Fi is strong as well.
Oh, I think that's it.
Yeah. You back?
Yep, I'm back, I think. Yeah. So yeah, you were saying?
I don't know what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
What was I gonna?
We're talking about risks with
Oh yeah. So yeah, like choppy environment is like the worst to be trading in. You know, when you get red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle, or just loads of long wicks. So, you know, it's just crazy.
So what is the secret sauce, Jeff? We want to know the secret sauce. I want to know the secret sauce, or I'm taking all my money out of cherry trade next week. I'm done with it.
The secret. I think I can't give it out. Dog could kill me. Can't give it out.
But still, I mean, there's more to it than just the secret sauce.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Even if you told me the secret sauce, you know, it's I'm a different person. I'm a different personality. Like if I don't want to do it, or I don't think it matches what I want to do in the market, you know, it's just gotta move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea of trading for you to pick out, and you know, there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. That's another saying.
I want to know where that came from because that's just weird.
That's a weird thing.
That is an old school phrase that had it in the 1800s or something. I mean, I bet you that was back in the yelling days when she was just a little child.
Oh boy.
Let's not speak about her. She brings up like all sorts of emotions for Mike.
Yeah. Let's sleep about this one, I think.
Shoot, no questions, huh?
I know, it's quite nice.
Who said they're not listening to the podcast? What is this person's problem? Charlie, what are you doing? Come on, man.
He said he's going to listen in the morning.
I guess, alright.
Wow.
Charlie's been there for a while, right? He's been part of the Traderstation community for a while.
Yeah, he has.
He's a youngin' too, isn't he? Only like 15?
Yeah, I think he's like 15, 16 or
Charlie,
something.
you got the world ahead of you, my man.
Yeah.
They're all like that, but that's the problem.
Yeah, a lot of them,
I'm here just almost on the wrong side of 20, and everyone's all like, yeah, I'm 15, I'm 19.
Doesn't feel good. Feel good. I remember I used to be the youngest kid at the basketball courts, you know, just wanting some pickup. And now I'm the oldest kid there, and I'm tearing an ACL every time I get on. It's just not a good feeling anymore, let me tell you.
Well, I'm still young and fresh, 22. Feels good.
You're rolling out faces now.
It's alright, we're not too far apart. By the time we actually get old, we'll all be old, no matter. 62, 65, 64, it's the same.
All the same at that point.
Yeah.
Oh man, no Dougie, huh? Dougie's killing. I hope Dougie listens back to this podcast, because Doug are killing us right now.
You know, he's not on the podcast right now, so we can just cuss him as much as we want. He's not on it.
Damn it, Doug.
Yeah, this guy,
You guys watching the Patriot game tonight or what, huh?
Nah.
There we go.
Couple of hours, baby. Let's go. 10-0. We are killing the game right now. We're a little banged up, a little bit injured, but we are going to get through it because we are the New England Patriots, and that's what we do.
Keep doing it until we get to the playoffs. You'll be worn out. 10-0 wouldn't mean nothing. You get knocked out.
We're getting Edelman back for the playoffs. We're going to be...
Well, we'll see.
I'm so glad I don't know what you're on about. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What do you mean? Tom Brady?
I know who they are, I just don't understand the game.
Really?
Yeah, I understand how American football works and whatever. It's just people pretending they're playing football.
Yeah, wow. It really shouldn't be called football.
I don't know how that even, that's a good Google. Like, why is it even called football?
They just couldn't be bothered to change the name after they changed the rules.
They went all, we're a free independent nation, so we'll call it whatever the fuck we want.
That's land of the free, home of the brave over here.
Of course, it is.
Let's not get too political. people now. So you got there's a lot going on in the news about you guys at the moment.
When isn't there? You know.
Yeah, that's true. America's like that celebrity that's always in the news for doing something crazy.
Yeah, we're Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, or Charlie Sheen.
Obama's got jokes.
Huh?
What?
Obama's got jokes.
Yeah, he has got jokes.
Did you hear him? Get a turkey joke.
Oh yeah, with his daughter's next
Oh,
to him.
so
I didn't hear it. I must have missed it.
I'll send you the picture of it.
Yeah, please do.
It's the corniest joke you've ever heard. It's so bad.
As corny as some of these trading Instagrams.
Yep.
Almost.
Just as bad.
You guys got any Are You Kidding Me's? Any Are You Kidding Me's that you've
I
seen?
had
lately?
one earlier on this week. What was it? It was, oh yeah, a trading mentor, which I'm not gonna name, was offering signals for sports games.
Signals for sports betting.
Yeah, sports betting.
Sports betting,
Yeah.
huh? Hey, if you can trade, you can be a sports bettor, right?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. If you can trade, you can go to the two and way up on my hour. It's just that easy. And, you know, when you trade, you can do all types of gambling, right?
And the craziest thing is, people were loving it. Everyone was saying how great he is.
Oh, of course they will.
Yeah.
Of course they will love it.
Yeah. So I guess that's my Are You Kidding Me for this week. It's just, I don't know, blew my mind.
Yeah. See, I want to be the bookie of the sports bettors. That's who I want to be. You know, that's essentially what a market maker is. You know, they're kind of like just a bookie. You know, they're just taking the other side of every single trade and they're facilitating the orders and then making money between the spread. And you know, you want to be on the other side. You want to be the bookie. You don't want to be the sports gambler. You know.
But you know, each to his own. Just don't tell me that you've got an edge in sports betting and sell it. But you can gamble if you want. Just don't try and gas me up.
I think the biggest edge in sports betting is if you just took the Las Vegas spreads and you just went around to all your friends and said, "What do you want? I'll take the other side." I think that's the way you could beat the game.
By joining.
Yeah.
How about you, Mike? Any Are You Kidding Me? I feel like I had one, but I'm struggling to remember it.
I tend not to follow many people on Instagram. I follow the sensible ones, basically.
Oh, really? Are there any of those out there that you'd like to offer me? Maybe you could email me a list or something because I'm struggling to find them. It's cool when you do find, like, you know what I've noticed too? Like a lot of the, like some of the best traders I think I've met on Instagram, like barely have any trading stuff on their Instagram.
Exactly. They just post motivational stuff, quotes, and financial stuff. Never actually post the chart. And like,
they're like real humble. They got like a couple hundred followers. Like,
those are the guys I look for.
Right.
Not the other kind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the ones with the supercars and the
flashlight.
Yes, and the ugly models.
Trying to change that Instagram game. It's just like just the same stuff everywhere. Like I want to give the people some real stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Like I want to give the people the truth out here. Like it's everyone's looking for $1, man.
Christos is the trading Jesus. You heard it here first.
I'm for the people, alright? I'm doing it for you guys out here. Okay? I will sacrifice my name to get this real word out.
And his name's Christos. Christ. Come on.
Yes, there's no coincidence there.
Exactly.
Coincidence there.
The worst part is they don't want to hear that crap.
No, they don't. They want you to tell them if they do.
I can't attract any attention.
No.
I can't attract any attention because I'm
You're too real.
saying the truth. It's tough.
Unless your disciples are bikini models.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Then they'll
I need to
follow
get some
you
of those
anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Tim Sykes knows what he's doing.
He does.
That is marketing genius right there. We should be taking some tips from him, honestly, on marketing.
You know what?
Got the game figured out.
You know what? If you're the trading Jesus, he's definitely Satan. I said it here. He's Satan. He's Lucifer.
He is.
Yeah.
He is what lured me into this industry also. But I flew out. I was like, nope, not staying over here with you guys. It was kind of funny. It was, I can remember actually being in this chat room and just asking questions, you know. This is like brand new to trading, a few months in, and one guy actually said to me, you know, Tim is the gateway drug to trading. You know, he messaged me in the chat room and was like, you know, check out, you know, this person. And then I was like, oh, what about Tim, this and that? And he was like, Tim is the gateway drug to trading. Like, you eventually move on to bigger and better things. And I think it's right, you know. Hey, at the same time, I thank him. You know, if it wasn't for him, who knows what I'd be still studying for my CFA right now. It's all part of the process, you know. You find good stuff, you find bad stuff, and you try to kick out the bad and keep as much good around you and keep going with your journey. You know, that's all it is. So
yeah, that's what it's about. Well, I don't think Doug's gonna make it, so we might as well speak on what we were gonna speak on with him. As I said before, Doug used to work for a binary brokerage, and he is a very good binary options trader, as you guys may know. And so that helps. He has the insight for binary options. That's why we wanted to wait for him, but unfortunately he can't be here at the moment. But yeah, binary options, it's a form of trading in which you place a trade or investment on the fact of, or on the direction of which price may go after a certain expiry time. It goes all the way up until a month on some brokers, and on some it goes all the way down to 30 seconds. So you have the options. I wouldn't recommend.
that's crazy. Who's trading a month on binary?
I don't know. You might as well do Forex, to be honest. But the only thing is that it guarantees, you know, 80% profit, and you only lose how much you put in. So yeah.
In a way, you have to catch the price at the right time for that to work.
Yeah, exactly.
If you wait a month and still lose out by a bit.
Yeah, exactly. That would be painful. That would absolutely be painful.
You'd hate yourself.
Yeah.
For the month. By a bit.
1 pip, not even 1 pip, 0.5 pips. Like, but yeah, binary options. There's like mixed opinion about binary options out there, and I'd say the mixed opinions are because it's quite difficult, like, to master binary options. You know, it's because trading is emotional in general anyway. Like, but binary options, that is like the emotional stuff on E, because you had, like I said, it goes down to 30 seconds, and even if you're just doing like a 5-minute time frame or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're sat there watching time tick down and watching price move up and down, in and out of the money, and you know, the adrenaline, you know, it's hard to handle. So a lot of people feel like there's no winning in it and there's no edge, and so they'll just say no. It's the same kind of attitude people have in general with trading. That they say because they failed, they'll say, oh no, it's rubbish, blah blah blah, it's gambling, this and that. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things, like, you need skill. It's a skill, you can work at it, you can improve, you know, there's always a way. And so if you are trading binary and you'll find it difficult and you're hearing people chat rubbish about it, don't give up if you really want to go for it. Yeah,
that's how it is. I mean, like, you think it's BS until you find people that are actually doing it, you know. And that's why people don't believe in trading. It's because like, you go out on the street and you ask 10 people, do you know anyone that actively trades the markets? I mean, you're gonna get at least 9 no's, like, right off the bat. Like, and that's even how it is with binary. Like, I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, these guys aren't like. There's so many fake Instagrammers saying they got this success rate and that success rate. Like, there's no way or whatever. And then like I met you guys, and you guys literally sat there and showed me how you were killing the game. I was like, wow, holy shit! Like, I can't even believe it. And I opened up my account and I tried to do it, and I couldn't take it. So that's why I stopped. But now I'm a firm believer in binary and how you can, there's ways to beat that game, and I'm watching people do it right in front of me. Like, I think it's amazing. Like, I think what you and Doug do on a daily basis with those signals is phenomenal, dude. It's mind-boggling. Like, and it puts things into perspective when you sit there and you try to do something and say, oh, I can't do it. But you got to have the mindset to be like, just because I can't do it doesn't mean there's not other people that are doing it. And then, if I really wanted to, yeah, I'm sure I could, sit down and learn from you guys and stuff. But, I have my own style, and that's what suits me, so I choose not to.
Definitely. It's one of those things, like every style of trading, it depends on your personality and what fits you and what you prefer anyway. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're dealing with regular options at the moment, so that's your thing. But I have literally 0.1 knowledge about that stuff. So if I tried right now to trade options, I'd probably just make a mess of it. But it's just one of those things, binary options
still make money.
maybe. But it's just one of those things, like, binary options is it's relatively new, especially compared to other forms of trading, and so not a lot of people know about it, but it's become very, very popular very quickly. And so a lot of info out there about it is all messed up. It's all mixed up. There's not really a firm, precedent of things to go look back onto to say this is that. It's still growing as an industry, so
it's on its infancy.
Yeah, exactly. So but if you can master it now, it's definitely a great way to make money, I guess, in general. Like, Doug's spoken about how he used binary because he started off with binary because he worked at a binary broker. How he used binary to grow his account, grow his funds to fund a Forex account, and that is a good way. If you can do it that way, then it's definitely worth a try. So yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of kind of having two sources. Like, I've heard Doug say before too, like, Forex is for his swing trading and binaries for his day trading.
Yeah. And
like, that's kind of how it is with me. Like, options and even Forex are for my, like, swing trading. My options trading, I have like a portfolio, whatever, 40, 50 positions that I'm actively managing for the month. But then I also like to go into the futures market and look for that 1 or 2 day trades a day and look to bring home, like, whatever, a couple $100 if I can. And I like having, like, kind of two sources, like that swing trading and then that day trading to back it up. And that's kind of what binary can bring you with Forex and binary too.
Yeah, definitely. You always have to expand, spread your wings, don't put all your eggs in one basket, essentially.
I mean, there's so many products out there for us to take advantage of. Like, it's I know it's good to find your own niche and stick to it, but to be aware of all the products out there, and if you can use an extra one to your advantage, go ahead. They're out there for us to use.
Yeah, exactly. I guess with binary options as well, one thing to be wary of is, you can make a lot of money very quickly, very, very quickly, but you can also lose it very quickly. So it's to be approached with caution, before, like, because, like I said before, with binary options in its infancy, so a lot of brokers don't even have demo accounts people can practice with. I think there's only about a handful that do, but so it's hard to practice and master it, and a lot of people come into it, they don't even bother trying to practice, they just see 8% return. If I put this amount in, I'm going to get that amount in, and because it's all so quick, and then they just lose money very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So,
but no demo just means you can't push the buttons. Like, you can sit there and work out your strategy.
Yeah.
And like that. And you could take advantage of it real good. I mean, you can manipulate your bet size. What is it, like whatever you want, pretty much, right? Like,
yeah.
You can only take $5 trades if you really want to.
Yeah. Well, that depends on the broker. I think that was only with IQ option. You can go down with all the way down to $1, and then
I know I had that with Cherry Trade too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you can even do like $30 bets, and if you do $30 bets and you take like 10 option trades a day, and you win in like 70% of them, like that's a good day's pay right there. Like it's crazy with your bet sizes. I know Doug sometimes posts pictures of him, and his ridiculous bet sizes, but that's Doug.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild. And he's built up his account to the point where he can take those risks. Like, but he can't take those risks. Don't think binary is a get rich quick scheme. It's a trading system just like anything else.
Yeah.
It still requires some level of discipline as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
With Doug, you might take those big numbers, but it's still just a little percent of whatever account he's trading on. He's not going to stake half his account on one trade.
That's why you gotta look at Doug's statistics, and not his dollar figure. That's why you gotta look at everyone's statistics and what they're doing and how they're doing it, and not their $100,000 Instagram screenshot because they went in with 20 million units. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, we gotta find a way to kind of disassociate, the money from the strategy and the process.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I think that'll be it. We've got 3 minutes left.
Got no questions.
No.
Fendi said he was listening. I said to shoot us out a question, but I guess he's got no questions for us.
Nah, probably not. Damn. But, oh well.
Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Yeah, man. We definitely appreciate the listens, and we definitely appreciate the feedback we've been getting as well. I'll leave links to everything we've spoken about if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description, like to Cherry Trade, to IQ Option, and to our website, obviously. And expect some more videos from me and Christos. And Christos did mention he'll probably do a video on the pound, and I think I've done a video about a binary strategy that I've worked on, so look out for that as well.
The secret sauce? Giving us the secret sauce?
It's a new one. It's a new secret sauce, so yeah, we'll see. It's not the old legendary one. But we'll see how. I'm still working on it, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. The video should be up tomorrow, so on a Monday if you're listening now. So, listening at any other time. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, Traderstation. Be on the lookout for the videos.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you on the next podcast.
Yeah. See ya.
Peace.
Yeah.